Hello, this is Texas Toy Review, and today we have Mascar Predator from Aliens vs. Predator. He comes in a card back with a bubble protector. Pretty cool artwork on there. Let you know he has 30 points of articulation, a shuriken, sword, spear, and backpack and cannon. Then on the bottom you get a credit to the artist that created the figure, which that's pretty nice. I think that's a nice touch that they do to show appreciation for the people that created the figure. Then on the back you get the 3 different predators that are available in the wave and a little write-up on the figure. So that's pretty neat. If you want to read it, then you can pause now. Now, onto the figure. Figure comes with some cool little accessories, which I will let you see. It comes with an extra fist, but this fist is the one that comes on him. I just liked the hand for holding things better, so that's the one that's on there now. But it has a ball joint that you just peg in right there, and yeah, you just trade out the fist basically. And we got his throwing star, which is kind of nifty. Some cool mold details in there. Then you get the gold brass color in there. That's on both sides. And you get his spear, which is also very well executed. Loving it. And you get his sword, which NECA did an awesome job on mold details on this thing. They really did. They outdid themselves. I gotta give it to them. These weapons, some of them, do store on the Predator. See, sword, you can put in a sheath on his leg, and then his spear, there's a peg on his back where you can just peg it in. Yeah, so lots of displaying options. Now, to my knowledge, this doesn't store on the figure, but yeah, it's either he's holding this or he has his claws out. So, or I guess you could do both if you wanted. But as far as height goes, he's a big NECA figure. He's a big NECA figure. He stands at roughly 8.5 inches, which is a 7-inch scale. You can see him next to Arnie. Pops. Yeah, so Pops is your normal, a little bit taller than 7 inches, which is normal for the NECA figures, and yeah, he's 8.5, roughly, yeah. And just for comparison, we have bright light alien. We have an alien. Is he in the screen? He's not in the screen. Let me move him over here. You already saw him. Yeah. For height comparison, there you go. You got Terminator died. Scratching his head. Pretty cool figure. These blades on his arm, as I was telling you before, you can take them out. They slide right in to that slot. You can see that. Yeah. Just take that out. And yeah, if you want, you can have him holding on to his shuriken. So you can. Pretty cool. some features on him. He has his little wrist opener where he can communicate with the temple. So that's pretty nifty there. Hold on, let me get that. Yep. And you have his gun, which comes as a separate piece. So does the backpack here. Both of these come as a separate piece. Now this, his gun has 2 points of articulation. This has some give to it, but oh, we find something new every day. It slides. Yeah, so I knew that. I was just testing you guys, see if someone would point it out. Yeah, thought I was just trying to pull your leg. Yeah, he has 2 points of articulation that are hinged, and then you get a slide joint. I was wondering why that was having some give to it. Okay, now that makes sense. Perfectly clear. All right, then you get a swivel up here at the top, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you don't want this backpack in the way, which really, I'll get into the articulation before I take that off, but it does come off if you want it to. In fact, it comes as a separate piece when you pull them out of the package. But just to show you with it on, you could still move his head around. You can see where it pulls the dreads back a little bit. I'm sure I could get those dreads pulled forward with a little bit of loving care, but I just didn't do so yet. But yeah, as you can see, his head does move fine with that on there, but it can come unpegged. As you can see, it just did. So it is what it is. No bad feelings towards the figure due to that, because I mean, it is what it is. It happens. But it did hold in there pretty well too. Now, as for articulation, let me close that up before I accidentally snap it or something. Predator can look up, he can kind of look down, he can look all around. These shoulder armor pieces, they're rubbery plastic, which they give way for movement. Actually, most of his armor is kind of a rubbery plastic to give way for the articulation, which is kind of cool. That includes right here, which is odd. But anyways, for the shoulder, he can move his shoulder up. Let's see, how far can he move? About that high. And he does get a 360. You get a swivel above the bicep. His arms are double jointed, which you get, there's your 90, but you can touch his face. You can do face palm. Oh, this guy's reviewing me as a moron. And then at the hand, you get a swivel joint there. You get some waist articulation. You get a little bit of ab crunch. Not a lot though, but you do get a little bit. Then at the thigh, you can move his thighs out about that far. And come back in. And if you notice, the leather strap pieces, they kind of move with the legs, which I think that's pretty cool. Now, moving forward, his leg moves about that far forward, and you get about that far back. His knees are, in fact, double jointed, so he can almost kick his own butt. You get a swivel at the top of the knee here, so you can turn, and you get a swivel at the foot. You get a rock at the foot. And then you get the ankle tilt. So that is nice. That is very nice. It's a very nice mold on this figure. I gotta give kudos to NECA on this one. They did it. This is a job well done. Also like his little necklace there. That's badass. But yeah, as you can see here, this just pegs right back in, and you can see on his back where he has the peg holes. Just kind of take that and put it there, and then you kind of move his dreadlocks out of the way. Might want to also move these little antennas out of the way as well. But if you can get that under there, under his dreadlocks, there's this flat piece right here. You might want to put that underneath the dreadlocks. That might have been my problem with him just then. And you peg it in. It's really simple. And it does stay in there pretty well. So don't let my user error fool you, because I think that's actually what it was, because it's holding in there with me moving his head around now. But yeah, they did some excellent details on this guy. Really, really, really sharp details. You want to take a closer look, get that nice beautiful head sculpt. You can see his scar, which if you remember from the movie, self-inflicted. And you get the predator skin down there. It even shows those little flaps where the pincers would be, or teeth, or whatever the people call them. Yeah, you can see the top of the crest of his head there. And you go down the figure. Incredible details on this guy, in the armor and everything. Then the skin details. Yeah. Really, really, really cool. His Batman utility belt down to the shoes, boots. Those are awesome. Then take a look in here, and bam. That is awesome. Looks good. Looks very good. And look at all the details they got in on this gun. Yeah, very, very, very well detailed figure, I have to say. I'm very impressed. Kudos to NECA on this one. I got this at Toys R Us for $21.99. I definitely recommend you picking one up if you see them and you're a Predator fan. Yeah, I would definitely recommend him. He gets 2 thumbs up from me. This is Texas Toy Review, and if you like our review, please click like and please subscribe to see more of them. Thank you.